The best ERA in the American League, 1.64. Taking on the team with the best record in baseball. Top first, David Ortiz. Wale, his first home run in 19 games, ends the longest home run drop for him since he joined the Red Sox. Ortiz's 10th of the season and made it 1-0. Bottom second, Mark Ellis. William Opena misplays a two-run score. It's a triple for Ellis. Bottom four, Ellis again off Julian Tavares this time. Solo shot, his 4th of the season. A's go up 3-1. Top 9 now. 4-3 A's. Alan Embry pitching. William Opena at the plate now with 2 outs. Hit and run is on. Coco Crisp going all the way. And he's going to get there from first. And the Red Sox tie the game at 4. We go bottom 9 now. Bases loaded, 1 out. J.C. Romero facing Bobby Crosby. And Romero could use some help here. And he gets it. 5-2-3 DP to end the inning. And Romero gets the Red Sox out of a bases loaded, no outs. They went to extra. Top 10 runner at first, 2 outs. It's Ortiz again. Went 3 for 4 with a homer and a pair of doubles. This one off the wall, but check out Mark Kotsay. Like Tony Soprano, he's got himself a gun. Kotsay to Crosby, Dustin Pedroia out by a mile at the plate. That ends the inning. Bottom 10, 1 out. Here's our man Ellis again. This drop, he's got a cycle, and he does. 6th player in the Oakland A's history for the cycle. More on that coming up. Later in the inning, 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs for Travis Buck. Little chopper. Kevin Youkilis to Kyle Snyder. Paul Emmel, the first base umpire, made sure Snyder held on before calling Buck out. That ends the inning. Bottom 11, Snyder to Eric Chavez.
Did he get it?
And it is time to bounce in Oaktown. Walk-off homer for Chavez. 2nd walk-off homer of his career. And the A's beat the Red Sox 5-4. We promised you more on the cycle, and here it is. Ellis needed 5 at-bats, but eventually he got the cycle in the 10th inning.
Sweet Lou chilling in the luxury box in Milwaukee. Served game 1 of that suspension Sunday. Alan Trammell managing the Cubs in Pinelo's absence. Bottom 2, Corey Hart. Am I the only one that laughs every time I say Corey Hart because of the 80s record?
I just laughed that time.
Yeah. Aramis Ramirez robs Hart at first with a great play. Helps pitcher Jason Marquis get out of the jam. Ramirez making up for a 1 for 5 night at the plate. Prince fields it. Look back and watch me smack that. National League leading 20th home run. He's tied with A-Rod for the most in baseball, and we're tied at 1. Alfonso Soriano. He was hitting everything Monday. Baseball, his helmet. 7th of the season. He went 5 for 5. 3rd straight game with a homer. Lou Piniella is a happy man in the luxury box, rocking the Tommy Bahama shirt. But he's got
White Sox, the injury kept him out, so the Yanks went with Matt DeSalvo. Ozzie Guillen said he wanted Clemens. He told the team's website, I wanted Clemens to pitch. At least people would forget how bad we were playing, at least for a day. Top of the first, runner on first. Bobby Abreu rips one. Derek Jeter coming around from first. Abreu in with a double. Yankees take a 1-0 lead, and Sox were looking bad there. Middle of the second, now there's a downpour in Chicago. Grounds crew ready to roll out the tarp, but umpire Gary Darling says, I got plans, let's keep playing. Bottom second, tied at 1. Matt DeSalvo called up on Monday facing Jerry Owens. Josh Phelps throw to Jeter at second, goes into the outfield. Juan Uribe comes in to score. White Sox take a 2-1 lead, and that's something from a Yankee nightmare. Jeter going down, but he did stay in the game. DeSalvo pulled later in the inning after only 44 pitches. Joe Torre said, we're asking him to do something he may not be ready to do yet. Bottom 4, Jim Thome at the plate. Jorge Posada wanted it down. Ron Vallone left it up, and you know the rest. Number 8 on the season for Thome, 480 for his career. White Sox up 5-1. Top 9 now, 2 outs. Yankees down 6-4. Bobby Jenks facing Jeter. He represents a tying run. Over to short. Maybe not running as well because of the hit. Uribe throws him out to end the game. White Sox win at 6-4, just their 2nd win in 9 games.
Vladimir Guerrero provided the dramatics on Sunday with a walk-off homer. In the 5th, Minnesota's Boof Bonzer. What do we say, Stan? Pitching ain't easy.
No?
Vladimir Guerrero. That is extra bases. Orlando Cabrera hustles all the way from first. Cabrera scored 4 times in this game. Angels up 3-1. They're just getting started. Gary Matthews had 4 hits Monday, one of them a grand slam. It came in the 8th inning. Angels pounded out 23 hits. They win 16-3. Most runs that they've scored against the Twins since 2000. Gary Matthews Jr., third career Grand Slam. I would like to hear him tell his team, hey guys, don't lose your composure, please.
Keep a level head.
That's right. Big League Club hosting the Marlins. Yunel Escobar off Wes Obermueller. 3 and 15 lifetime on the ROAD is Obermueller, but Escobar gets his first career Major League homer. There's his wife. She was there to see it. Escobar went 4 for 4. In the 5th, Aaron Boone. Liner over the shortstop, Dan Ugla. Hanley Ramirez score, part of a 4-run 5th inning, and the Marlins take a 6-3 lead. Bottom 5, Obermueller just misses for ball 4 to Jeff Rancour. Pitching coach is like, dude, you're killing me. Whatever Rick Cranitz said, it worked because Obermueller struck out Scott Thorman to end the threat. Obermueller and the Marlins win 6-4.
Dodgers go to San Diego on Tuesday to take on the Padres, but first they had to wrap up a 4-game set with the Pirates on Monday. That's Derek Lowe. Bottom 6, facing Jose Bautista. But Rafael for a call nails him. Lowe with a no-hitter through 6. Remember, he had one for Boston in 2002 against Tampa Bay. Bottom 7, Lowe still with the no-hitter, but Freddie Sanchez says, I got your no-hitter right here. But Pittsburgh didn't stop there. Pirates would come back to cut it to 6-4. So we go to the 9th. Kashi Saito injured. So Jonathan Broxton trying to close it for the Dodgers. Adam LaRoche is not so fast. Jason Bay coming in to score. Pirates down just 6-5. Later in the 9th, tying run on 3rd. Jack Wilson at the plate. But that's not going to hurt a bit. Dodgers hang on to win at 6-5. They take 3 of 4 for the Bucks. For more baseball, here's John Butchergross. Back to baseball now. Barry Bonds still 10 shy of breaking Hank Aaron's home run record. Giants taking on the Phillies Monday. Barry Zito looking to win a 3rd consecutive start. Gets Chase Utley on a nasty curveball there in the bottom of the 3rd. That's 1 out. Next batter is Ryan Howard. Got him too. Zito would get out of the inning unscathed. 6 innings of work, no earned runs, struck out 5. Top 5, still no score. 2 on for Ryan Klesko. How about some run support? Off John Lieber, 3-run shot, his 2nd of the season. Giants scored 5 2-out runs in the 5th. Top 6, they're up 5-1. Threatening again with Bonds up, and he just missed that one. Stranded a runner at 3rd. Just 1 home run for Bonds in his last 61 at-bats. He went 0 for 4 for the Giants, going to win it 8-1. Here's Sal Palantonio with more on Bonds. Plays Bueno. Certified Bueno. Number 10, Mariners and Orioles. Jose Guillen to Nick Markakis. You know, Markakis is becoming a regular here on Top Players. Almost nightly.
Had a good play over the weekend. To Community America Ballpark in Kansas City, 1,683 people playing Smoke on the Water on their guitar. They're still confirming the numbers, and it could be a new world record. Deep Purple, what do you have?
Deep Purple, okay. Number 8. This is a deep fly ball. Ichiro, home run in the Fan with a great catch. Check out the catch by the Fan.
And check out the catch Ray Emery makes right here. Glove save, stoning Francois Beauchemin in the Ducks and Sens Stanley Cup final.
Number 6, college baseball regionals, Michigan and Vanderbilt in Nashville. David Macias with the bloop. Kevin Sislow, full extension. Game will go to extras. More from that game coming up a little bit later.
Red Sox and A's went extras Monday in Oakland. Mark Ellis started the 2nd inning with a triple, then added a solo homer in the 4th, double in the 6th. That leaves him, yes, just a single shy of the cycle, and in the 10th he gets it. A little Ric Flair to center, and we've got a cycle. And one of his teammates steals the spotlight later in Top Plays.
All right, to Maidstone, England, now the World Custard Pie Throwing Championships. Now, teams are awarded points for hitting each other with pies, more points awarded for hitting the face and for original throwing technique. I'd like to know how anybody's keeping score of that.
I don't know.
Because they're all just covered in custard. Look like a tie.
At number 3, Andy McDonald beating Emory. Take another look. McDonald, part of a great organization, beating Emory 5-hole. Ducks go on to win 3-2. They lead this series 3-1.
At number 2, more for Michigan and Vanderbilt. Wolverines up 4-3, bottom 10. Pedro Alvarez thought he had something, but Derek Van Buskirk at the wall. Alvarez is looking at it like, he did what? And Michigan hangs on to upset the number 1 team.
Number 1, Easy E in Oaktown.
Right field. Did he get it? Pena's back at the wall.
You called it.
Gone. Game over.
Arizona in the leadoff spot, hosting San Francisco. The Diamondbacks' Randy Johnson chasing history. He can move into second place on the game's all-time strikeout list with 8. He came in 3-0, 25K, a 102 ERA in his last 3 starts. Got Daniel Ortmeyer and then gets Ray Durham, and that's number 8 on the evening, 4,605. He's second behind only Nolan Ryan. He went 6, got the 8, gave up 2 earned runs. Bottom 6, Arizona up 3-2. Orlando Hudson thinks he has something. And hey, dude, where'd you come from? Kevin Franson, that's a top play nominee. Top 8, Giants down a run. It's Durham. Doubles off the wall and left. Glad Johnson's not in there. And Rich Aurelia, wearing his PF Flyer, scores all the way from first place. This ball game, first base, this ball game is tied at 3. Top 10, 1 out, 1 on. Durham. Blooper into left field, and Eric Burns tries to go Franson, can't glove it, and Aurelia didn't know if Burns was going to catch it or not. He hesitated, and he who hesitates is out. One of the most bizarre covering third tagouts you might ever see. The pitcher, Brandon Lyon, gets Aurelia.
That's an unbelievable play.
The Giants come out and say, that's an unbelievable play. And he said, yes, it is. But it happens, the call stands. And they kill their buzz there, and Arizona kills the Giants' buzz here. Bottom 10, Chris Young off Kevin Correa. That's all. Diamondbacks win 4-3 in 10 innings.
Battle for first place in the West, and the Dodgers, who are in first place, get Jason Schmidt back. Missed almost 7 weeks with an inflamed right shoulder. Here, bases loaded, and Chris Young, the other Chris Young, up the middle. Rockwell for Colin, fantastic play. Gets Schmidt out of the jam. Bottom 4, Schmidt looks good. Dealing here. Nasty downer to Jeff Blum. 1 hit, 6 innings, 4 Ks, no runs. Top 6, 2 out for Luis Gonzalez. Chris Young gets him. The former Princeton Hooper can deal. He had 5 Ks, 7 innings pitched. Rudy Cienez on in relief. Russell Branyan takes off, and he's in safely, so we've got a runner in scoring position. Those were tough to get for the Pods. They only had 2 hits in the ball game. For the 3rd time in the last 2 seasons, they tried to win a game with only 2 hits. Now they've got the lead, and they hand the pearl to Trevor Hoffman. You play Hell's Bells, you bring him in, and the tying run is on first. Does not matter. Olmedo signs, pops it up, way up. That's it, and that's all. Hoffman's 499th career save. They are still in first. Lenny DiNardo and the A's. That staff's so filthy out there in Oakland. Even guys named Lenny DiNardo don't give up runs. Kevin Youkilis to Bobby Crosby. 8th error of the season. Next batter is Mike Lowell. And the Oakland defense turned 5 double plays. That is sporting right there. 6-4-3. DiNardo held the Sox scoreless through 4. He did his job. Outdueled Daisuke, in fact. Eric Chavez, the hero on Monday night, late and extras here. Touches off his 9th home run of the season. A's lead at 1-0. Top 6, bases loaded for Uke. And Uke will ruin a bat and the inning. I told you about the 5 double plays. The Oakland A's also twirled their 5th shutout of the season. They're now at season high 3 games over 500. Boston 1-5 their last 6.
First place Angels and those hard to figure out Twins. Angels 37-22, best start in franchise history. Top 1, runner on third, 2 outs. Justin Morneau, grounder. Casey Kochman, the dive. Kelvin Escobar, the cover, and that saved a run. Bottom 3rd, Angels up 1 up. 2 outs. Vlad Guerrero. Base hit off Scott Baker. Reggie Willett scores. It's 2-0. Then Guerrero runs on the Baker pitch. Gary Matthews Jr. falls while attempting to get out of the way. GMAT called for interference. That ends the inning. Take another look. Over the plate and blocks Chris Hines from making the throw. Mike Scioscia not happy. He would not get thrown out. No need to check your umpire fantasy league. Bottom 6, Angels 3-1, 2 out. Kochman, crush. 7th of the season, and the Angels up 4-1. We go top 9. It's 5-1. Escobar still out there. 2 outs. Morneau, grounder to third, throwing out. 2nd complete game of the season for Escobar. 9th of his career. The Angels are hot. 5-1 winners.
As you would say, I'll raise you, CC Sabathia. First place Cleveland. CC looking to win 9 games, tying John Lackey for most of the majors. Getting some help here from Josh Barfield, who robs Esteban Herman. Jorge De La Rosa twirled a gem for the Royals, said Buddy Bell, the only bad pitch he threw, Gutierrez hit out. He's speaking of Franklin, his 2nd career home run. Little kid makes the grab, and the stands goes nuts. Indians lead 1-0. That's all CC needed here. Martinez strikes out in the breaking ball. Victor Martinez throws to second to get on help. Baroa Sabathia called it the play of the game. A strike him out, throw him out, double play. Ninth inning, Sabathia still on the mound. Gutierrez comes in with a nice sliding catch. The Royals, Mike Sweeney called him one of the best pitchers in baseball, said he threw 111 pitches, only about a half dozen were down the middle of the plate. And Trot Nixon rewards CC with the age-old treat, the shaving cream pie in the face this year. That's a record. Jamie Moyer opposed that fella, Tom Glavine. Glavine staked to a 2-0 lead. Then Chase Utley, who had a big ball game with a shot down the line. Jimmy Rollins and Shane Victorino from Bowie come in to score. We are knotted up at 2s. But then fundamentals, youngsters. You've got to know how to run the bases. You've got to know the situation. Runners on first and second for Aaron Rowan. You see Pat Burrell tries to put the brakes on, and we end up in a pickle, or what do you call it? A
Pickle, lickle.
Yeah, that. And eventually end up with two fellas on the same base, so somebody's out. Burrell tagged out, and that base running obviously cost the Phillies. This cost the Mets. Jamie Moyer spins around. Everybody's screaming balk. It's not. Jose Reyes, who can fly, he can't fly out of this pickle. That cost the Mets a possible go-ahead run. We move to the 11th. Pedro Feliciano to Chase Utley. Fill thine horn with oil and go. Phillies go up by 1. They would add another. Utley's 3 for 4 night, highlighted by that. The Phillies win. Oh, happy day.
All right, this is one of those, did you see the finish to that game on SportsCenter games? All right, it's Toronto hosting Tampa Bay. Bry Holiday, second appearance off the DL after an emergency appendectomy in mid-May, and in the top of the 4th, B.J. Upton burst that Holiday pitch, his 9th. He had 4 hits. He does not drink alone either. Next batter, bartender, Jack. Carl Crawford, his 6th. Holiday, 3 1/3, 12 hits, 7 earned runs, 1 K, and 2 dingers. 9th inning, it's all D-Rays. They're up 11-6. Chad Orvella on to pitch and just kind of close this thing out. Grab a Snickers. We're gonna be here for a while. Orvella walks Aaron Hill. Next batter is Adam Lind, who had a career-high 5 RBI, including the double that scores Hill, and it's still 11-7 though. Next batter, Jason Phillips. He doubles. That scores Lind. It's 11-8. Orvella. They're bumming in Renton, Washington. You were unable to get it done. Sean Camp, come on down. You're going to now pitch for Tampa Bay and get this thing over with. And the first batter he faces is Howie Clark, and well, he walks.
Ooh, that was close.
Next batter is Alex Rios. He's going to ground to second. And right about now, Carl Crawford's thinking in the back of your mind, you've been going through this for 6 years. Naturally, you're going to think, is this going to happen again? Next batter, Vernon Wells, doubles to left center, and it's happening again. Phillips and Rios score. It's 11-10. That would be it for Camp. Can Casey Fossum end this nightmare for the Devil Ray fans? No. Matt Stairs doubles into left center, scores Wells. This game is now tied. Fossum done. Tim Corcoran intentionally walks Frank Thomas. The big hurt is coming. Troy Gloss. Corcoran's pitch gets by Raul Casanova, and that moves the runners to second and third. Then they intentionally walk Gloss to load the bases. And then they say they talk about it. Let's all get on the mound and sing Kumbaya, because we may not have anything else going for us. Corcoran walks Hill in to force in the game-winning run. Toronto 10 to the plate in the bottom of the 9th, scores 6 runs, and win unbelievably 12.
Disintegration be fortuitous for the Yankees. Could they climb out of the AL East cellar? Well, you see Ozzie Guillen, his team's 9-0 against rookie starters. That's Tyler Clippard. He's a rookie starter. He was 2-1 though coming into the game here. Jermaine Dye grounds into a 3-6-1 double play. Cover first. Well done. Clippard gets out of trouble. Top 5. Runner on second. Miguel Cairo clutch 2-out knock on a 1-2 pitch. Robinson Cano comes in. We're tied at 1. Bottom 5. Clippard still pitching well. Snaps off a nasty breaking ball. Gets Jerry Owens. 5 innings, only 1 earned for Clippard. Top 6, Yanks busted open. Alex Rodriguez stings one to center over the head of Owens. Derek Jeter, who had a 2-for-5 night and scored 2 runs, comes in. Second double for Rodriguez. New York would get 4 and busted open. Now a little icing on the cake. Rodriguez, a 3-for-5 ball game, his 21st of the year, his 50th RBI, his 21 homers. Lead all of baseball, 17 knocks for the Yankees, and they win. Prince Fielder and J.J. Hardy, 1-2 in the National League in home runs. Tony Graffinino, meanwhile, has 1 home run. Here he tries to bunt off Ted Lilly. It bounces up and hits him in the face. Sometimes the best deals you make are the deals you don't make. Couldn't get the bunt down. How about a home run? His second of the season puts the Brewers up 2-0. Lead put in the hand of Derek Turnbow. You see Graffinino tells Jeff Jenkins, yeah, I hit me in the face, but then I hit back. Derek Turnbow needs a haircut, also needs an out. Can't get one here. Mark DeRosa up the middle, 2 runs in for the Cubbies. The lead is now just 2 for Milwaukee, so they call on the diabolical Biz Marquee lookalike Francisco Cordero to get a 4-out save. He strikes out Alfonso Soriano there, 1-2-3 in the ninth. He's 22 for 22 in save opportunities. The Brewers win 7-5.
World Series champion St. Louis trying to chase down Milwaukee. Cards began the day 6-back, hosting the Reds. Bottom 2. This is a scary moment. You don't have to be a baseball fan or a Cardinals fan. You just got to, you gotta have a heart. Gary Bennett taking one from Aaron Harang to the back of the helmet. He diagnoses as a contusion to the back of the skull. 9th inning, game tie. Runner on third, full count for Soto Gucci against John Kutlangas. Aaron Miles, the walk-off, scores on the walk-off single to win it for St. Louis, 4-3.
Colorado's won 9 of 12. They're trailing in this one in the 8th, 2-1 to Houston. Lance Berkman on the 3-2 pitch believes he's checked his swing from the offering from LaTroy Hawkins. Ed Rapuano, who's got an itchy trigger finger of late, says you're out. Berkman not at all happy. He goes a little bit into a rage, not Looney Tunes like Philip Willman of the Mississippi Braves, but throws a glove and a bag of balls, and he's been thrown out. Top 9, Carlos Lee gets drilled by Manny Corpus. Lee's got something to say as he walks toward first, and here we go. Bench is clearing, and as the bench is clear, there's a man spotted on the field who's been kicked out of the party, and it's Lance Berkman. There's Lance. The coach comes on to tell Lance, you have to go because you've been kicked out. And then Scrap Iron, a.k.a. Phil Garner, he takes great umbrage. He, too, is given the gate. Back to the actual baseball, 2-0 pitch to Luke Scott, and he had some insurance. A 2-run home run, and the Astros beat the Rockies 4-1. Number 10, Xbox 360 Pac-Man World Championship. This swinger, Carlos Daniel Borrego of Mexico, is your winner. He's never actually talked to a woman.
Here's a woman we're talking about, Liz Sigler. 47 yards out, Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. Kick it good.
How about Matt Leinart? Taking a little batting practice before the Giants D-backs game. Had a few home runs out, too. Not bad.
Yeah, number 7. Well, this was not top 10 if you were Tampa Bay. Tim Corcoran walks Aaron Hill, the walk-off walk. The Blue Jays win 12-11, bottom 9. They sent 10 to the plate in the frame and scored 6 runs.
Number 6, the Reds and the Cardinals. Looking at Taguchi, it's about that time. Game over. Cardinals win 4-3. The nun loves it. Go ahead, sister. Celebrate. Hadn't been a lot to celebrate in St. Louis this year.
At number 5, Dodgers, Padres. Chris Young, ground ball. Raphael for call. Brought his adult glove. Throw to first.
It's an unbelievable play. Number 4, Diamondbacks, Giants. Orlando Hudson. O-Dog thinks he's got a base hit. Kevin Franson, as Neil said earlier, where'd you come from, dude? He comes diving in to make quite a catch. More from this game on the way.
You got to catch this. Softball World Series. Arizona, Tennessee. Tennessee wins. The season's over. They're national champion. We're in the 10th inning. Adrian Acton, chopper, and Danielle Rodriguez, pinch runner, scores. First run allowed by Monica Abbott all World Series long. We're going to have a Game 3. It's going to be Wednesday on ESPN2. You got to watch it.
She did get the dish. I wasn't sure earlier. Accurately called. Number 2, Reds, Cardinals. Adam Dunn. Bid for extra bases. Chris Duncan, track, wall. He's got it. Does he have it? He's got it. One more look. Glove. Shoulder. Did it ever hit the wall? Huh?
Nice.
Snagged it out of midair. That's That's Sporting.
At number 1, there are 2 Chris Youngs who play baseball. 1 pitches and 1 hits. This is the one that hits. Chris Young, walk-off home run. Diamondbacks beat the Giants in 10.